And I have returned. Children of the land. Judge. I got a achievement for starting the game. I got a city filled with dreams and madness. A time when the great war between races is but a footnote in history. A time when anyone can dream of being whatever they want to be. And have those dreams crushed before they can even be discussed. But still, it is a place and time where anything can happen. Writing game time, Mohammed, for me, it is when the elves have left the forest to build their startups. When the dwarves have emerged from their caves to start their other empires. When the orcs have put down their axes and started using computers to improve their lives. And when humans live among them as driven as ever. It is a city that holds the many dreams and stories of its people. Most of these stories are left untold, but some few find solace in the embrace of bricks and wood and glass. They are told over drinks, then take up residence in some strangest memories. Holy fuck, I already kind of enjoyed this game. In one corner of the city stands a coffee shop. A place that is only open when the sun is sleeping. A place where people share their stories. And these are their stories. Today is the 22nd, 2020. Oh, it's you. Hey Alex, how's the night so far? It's calm, as usual. We got a slight problem though. Huh? What happened? My supply made some logistical error. I don't have half of my ingredients today. Man, that's a bummer. Don't worry. I can still serve the caffeine you desperately need. That's good to hear. Anyway, let me set things up first. You're our first customer after all. Don't worry, take your time. I'm a writer, not an editor. I'm used to taking things slow. Heh, writer's block again? You got that right. What are you writing now? You remember my plan too? Ah, pardon the interruption. The machine's ready. Do you want your triple shot espresso now? Yes, please. And if you forget how to make it, just check your phone, okay? Anyway, I really need that triple shot espresso. Okay, so... Okay. Perfect. 20th of January, ready for the evening whispers. Talks about mundane things, art and life in general. Friends only, close friends only. 31st June, friends only. 31st December, friends only, close friends only. Georgie. Okay, so triple espresso. Wait. Triple shot espresso. Does that mean that I do use that? Wait, do you actually drink coffee or no? Okay. Aroma only customer tonight. That aroma. Is that what I need? Anyway, where were we? You were planning to do something. Yes, that. It's not that I hate writing stories for the newspaper, you know. It seems like the right time for something bigger. So, our novel. Yes. It sounds so simple when I was making the plan. At least you still have your job. In case things go awry. She lost her job, didn't she? Did I say something wrong? No, you were right. You said something I should have thought about myself. What are you talking about? You know who owns the Evening Whispers? Gura Media, right? Yes. And they are also the biggest book publisher in the country. So when an opportunity presented itself, I took it. What do you mean by opportunity? Well, I bumped into one of the big guys in the elevator. So naturally I pitched my book idea. Come on, don't look at me like that. Are you for real? Yeah, I know. It was such a stupid thing to do. So how did they react? Thankfully, it's in my short stories. So he challenged me. If I can get the draft ready in a month, he pulled some strings and get the fiction publishing division to sign me up for a publishing deal. That sounds great. What about your job at the Evening Whispers? Do you have time to do both? That's the hard part. I've been secretly working on the novel during office hours, and I'm falling behind on the newspaper deadlines. If she finds out, she'll probably kick me out. Ouch. Well, at least you've got a month to finish the initial draft. That was last week. Again, don't look at me like that. How far along are you? I assume the number of words you have written is not too far from 0. Hey, that's rude. I've written some stuff, you know. Hey, may I say it? Well, it was so bad that, well, after reading it, I decided to use it everything immediately. So, 0. Yes, I really need to finish it in at most 2 weeks. Then I've used the extra week to polish and do some editing. Sounds like a plan. If you can pull it off. I know. You don't need to be so cynical about it. That's why I'm here today. I'm hoping to find some inspiration. I wrote some of my very short stories, you know. Really, glad this play could be of service. Oh, it looks like someone's coming. Welcome. Hi there. Hello. Good evening. For here, miss? Yes, please. I'm not really sure what to order though. What do you recommend? That depends highly on your mood. I'm just here to meet my boyfriend. Not planning to be awake all night. So definitely not coffee. How about something chocolatey? It's probably for this weather. That's a good idea, actually. Thank you. You're welcome. Anything with chocolate in, please? I could use these doors. One cup of chocolate goodness. Thank you. So warm. So you're waiting for your boyfriend? Yes, he should be here soon. Look at you now. You went from empty to 3 customers in one eye. I thought this place would be more crowded. It's the only coffee shop that's still open after midnight around here. Because it's the only coffee shop that still opens past midnight, it's mostly empty. Oh my god, that's kind of true. Like, but it's. I feel like that would work well in a big city. Like, wouldn't surprise me. Like New York has shops like this, that night coffee shops. Now that you mention it, is it good for me having the coffee shop only open at night? Definitely not. Yep, what she said. And why? I just love doing it. And it's always someone longing for a warm drink at this hour. That is fascinating. Pardon me for asking. But how can you survive running the coffee shop like this? That's the secret. Alex here is damn rich, that's the secret. Oh, really? It's exaggerating. Don't worry about it Alex can manage. I'm sure this place isn't going bankrupt anytime soon, so you will still have a weird, quiet place to meet up at night. That's good to hear. By the way, are you a regular here? I don't really have anywhere else to go. I'm a ride Uber's best at night and in a coffee shop. Not so many options for that. Ah, no wonder. It's a pretty good ride, you know. You can find some of her stories in the Evening Whispers. Shut up! Oh wow, that's really interesting. What kind of things do you cover? I cover the stories of people around town. Personally interesting, weird stories. I also contribute to their short stories. I love their fiction. You wrote those stories. Thank you. I wrote most of them, but not all. That's so cool. Now you're here to write a new piece. I should be, but I don't even know what to write about. Welcome. Hi. Sorry to keep you waiting. It's okay. I had a nice chat with the fine folks here. Hi there. Hello. Hi, would you like to order something? Surprise me. What kind of an order is that? Well, I don't really know what to order. Do you have any preference, sir? Something bitter to keep me awake with milk. Go and draw some art on the top. Hmm. I think I just made a cappuccino. Cappuccino. You want the... Here's your order. No art, huh? That's a bummer. It tastes good though.
Anyway, I was just about some work, plus there's the rain.
It's okay, Baileys. I was having a nice chat with him.
Oh yeah, I haven't properly introduced myself. I'm Baylis.
Oh, my... Where are my manners? I haven't introduced myself either. My name is Lua. Hi, I'm Freya. Nice to meet both of you. I'm Alex. Hey, did you know that Freya here is ready for the evening whispers?
Oh really? I done some work for them a few times.
Oh, what kind of work?
I'm a freelance designer and illustrator. I've done some caricatures and infographics for the paper.
I assume you were in contact with Steve?
Yep, he's a nice guy to work with.
Oh, really?
No, he isn't. But I've dealt with worse clients. Way worse.
Yeah, I'm glad he's in design and visuals. I wouldn't be able to start working with him directly.
Ah, come on. He's tough to deal with, but definitely not the worst.
Oh, of course. No matter how deep you go, there's always another layer of hell. How do you usually deal with bad customers here? The only bad customers late at night are lost drunks or criminals. That sounds really bad. Nah, they're easy to handle.
That's because you're good with your fists. Not as good as your coffee making skill, though.
Thank you, I will take that as a compliment. You're welcome. Anyway, I'm really need to start writing. What it is that I'm going to write, I will leave you to. In the hands of a friendly neighborhood barista. Where are you going to write? Oh, not far. Just over at the table in the corner. Next to the windows. That's my spot. Oh, okay. Have fun. Hey, I'll try.
Good luck.
Thanks. Oh my god.
Do you have more toilet too?
Nah, here is good.
Okay then. So how was your day?
It was fine. Work was nothing special. I finished my proposal early so I could get out of the office. Plus, my boss was in a really good mood all day.
I thought your boss was always a happy-go-lucky person.
Well, he is. But today he was happier than usual. I'm not sure what happened, but it was great seeing him smile so much. What about you? Any problems with your latest client?
Yeah, this one's a pain in the ass. You know those memes that depict terrible clients? Well, she fits all the bills. I could go on forever complaining about her, but that won't help me a bit.
You should make a meme about her.
Lose my current pride for a minute of laughter? That might be worth it.
You should ask Alex here about how to deal with annoying client.
Yeah, how do you use it? How do you usually deal with annoying customers? But you don't need your fish to take care of.
I do have my own methods. But it wouldn't be wise to talk about customers to other customers.
No, that's not one good lesson to learn for the day. Your parents?
Yes,
So you have talked to them?
I did.
It didn't end well.
No,
What did they say?
a lot.
They won't give us a chance at all.
Anyone but an elf? That's what they said. How about you?
More or less the same. I got into a fight with my old man. That's why I'm staying at Farrington's place now.
They kicked you out? You don't have to do this, you know. They are your family.
I can't stand even one more second being a part of them. I may not have a stable income, but I can manage.
But still.
You don't know what they said about you last night. I'm sorry.
What did they say about me? Or about my race, I assume.
Forget it.
I want to know.
You're the same old shit. Mumbling about how elves are holy creatures. About our immortality. About how even if I outlive you.
What?
Nothing.
What if you outlive me? No one else would want to be with an elf. That's always been tainted by a lowly succubus.
That's exactly what I said.
This is it then. The end of our relationship.
It doesn't have to be.
You know our families would never agree.
We can just continue like this.
What do you mean?
They don't need to know that we're still dating. We can just continue the way we've always been. Without them knowing.
And then what? Do you want to be hiding our religion for the rest of eternity? You're not like humans, you know. We can't just elope. You won't get permission because you're too old.
Look, I don't care about your permission. I'll be glad to sever my family ties if I have to.
I can't let you do that. You'll lose your immortality.
If I get to spend my life with you, I don't mind. I don't mind a bit.
You're making it hard for both of us.
Do you feel happy when you're with me?
Of course I do.
Then you don't need any more reasons. You know we are perfect for each other. You don't even need to look deep down. Trust me, we can do this together.
I can't think about this clearly right now. We will talk later.
Wait. I'm sorry I had to leave the dirt problems.
That's alright. This coffee shop has seen all kinds of stories. I do hope yours will have a happy ending.
I hope so too. Do you have any alcohol?
Sadly, no.
That's a bummer. Well, do you have anything that's warm and can calm me down?
Do you like cream? Is it 2 tea or 2 milk? Okay. Here's your green tea latte.
It is good. Thank you for this. By the way, are you married?
Me? No.
Do you have someone you love?
I love this coffee shop. I'm sure that's not the answer you're looking for.
I really have any expectations. Man, out of all people in the whole world, why did I fall for her?
You can choose who you fall in love with.
You can if you try hard enough. At least that's what my old man said. He really is one pretentious elf, but I guess all of them are. Entitled, pretentious, immoral douchebags.
At least you have an intern to learn and change.
Or an intern to be an eternal asshole. Anyway, I need to go now. I'm probably drinking myself under until the sun rises.
There's still a while until sunrise.
More time for me to drink then. See you around. See you around too, Miss Freya.
Thank you. Do visit again. You were listening from the corner? Yes. Poor souls. Hope they find a way to be together. Me too. Anyway, I need to leave. I have to get up earlier than usual tomorrow. Okay. I think I'm going to close the shop up after this. That's pretty early. I know. Have the rest of the deliveries come in tomorrow. I will open as usual. Okay, you have a good night then. You too. Hmm.
Ah!
Ah. Uh. Um. Good evening. Good gracious. What is wrong with you? Can you sound like a normal customer? I'm sorry. But I'm so excited to share this with you. What are you talking about? I know what to write for my novel. Is it one of your impossible temporary ideas again? Hey, don't be rude. I'm being serious here. Okay, just tell me. What are you going to write about? This coffee shop. What? I'm going to write stories about this coffee shop and the people who come here. Are you for real? Yes. What if I say you can't do that? I'm not asking permission. That's like breach of the customer's personal lives, you know. Relax, I know that. I just need some inspiration from this place. The stories themselves will be loosely based on what I hear and see here. How loosely based? Not Walker Novel versus movie level loosely based? The old one? Of course I'm talking about the old one. That's all very different, you know. You can get more different than that. I mean, it's not like I can tell you not to write about the coffee shop, right? No, you can't. Although you can just ban me from coming. Okay, you're banned. What? Just kidding. I wouldn't do that to my loyal customer. Very funny. Thanks for not banning me though. Anyway, to see who's gonna come tonight. I wonder what kind of stars they will have. Georgie, good evening, y'all. Good evening, Officer Georgie. Hey, Pop. Seems like you're in high spirit this evening, Miss Freya. And please, I don't need to be that formal with me. We're both on duty here, hence the formalities. You are as stiff as ever. Anyway, I have a shift tonight, so I need the usual. I have all the ingredients today, not everything, but more than yesterday, except for tea. I'm out of tea. My favorite, right? Coffee with a hint of sweetness. You got that right. Not to use milk. Yeah, things you like this intolerant, Georgie. Anyway, a cup of sweet, healthy coffee, please. He wants coffee with sweet. Coffee done for the man on duty. Not everyone can manage this combination as well as you. Thank you. By the way, I haven't ordered anything myself. Probably like you give the old puppy a place. What are you having? Still need to ask, huh? You never know. Fresh, of course. Only espresso. Is there a way to make um espresso time? Oh, nice guy for the green-haired fairy. I'm not even sure where it does come there or not. This is perfect. How's everything going at the favor, Miss Freya? As usual. Awful. Just made a risky deal with her boss. Yeah, pretty much. What kind of deal? A puzzle life-altering deal. A very dangerous one at that. Okay. A deal she regretted. Not that much. Folks, seriously, care to share the details properly? You tell him. She's simply using her working hours to do something else. Something like writing her own novel. You got balls, I can tell you that. She does. Gee, thank you. How's the leap of faith going so far? It's not run down, that's for sure. And I haven't seen any safe haystacks to fall into. Good luck with that. Don't worry, she's not losing her job. At least not yet. Her life will be hard if she messes this thing up, though. Thank you for the reminder. So yeah, as Alex said, my editor-in-chief doesn't know about it yet, but my novel is going to be published by our parent company anyway. So technically I'm still doing work for the company. She'll be real pissed if she finds out though. Wait, she is still in time a crime? Technically I might have to arrest you. Hey, you do it all the time too. Those are just coffee breaks. I know they might take longer than they are meant to. But still, coffee breaks. You're making me feel worse by saying that. You should feel bad. Stop being salt to the wound, okay? Just a fact. I'm not sure whether this will make you feel better or not. If your writing goes up in flames, before you're always looking for people with balls as big as yours. It's something that you like to do other things during work hours. I want to say thanks, but I feel like I should Miss Freya, do you have any idea what you're going to write? I have actually. Oh good. What it would be about? A coffee shop and the stories people tell inside. You're letting her do that. There's no stopping her. What's wrong? They don't write about any shady looking police officers who love to take breaks more than they should inside the coffee shop near their post. I will definitely write about that police officer. You make a good comedic character. Was that a compliment or are you making fun of me, huh? I would call that a compliment. Is it? I don't think so. Hey, what do you have against me tonight? I'd probably worry about losing content due to breach of privacy. Come on, it's not like I'll be using real names. And I've dramatized most things I've heard of course. That's even worse. Here's the thing. This what I've heard, they will only be the inspiration for what I write. By the way, is someone stationed here? You have heard a lot of stories from the people around here, right? No. Come on. Nope. No. Kill me once with one of the stories I wrote for the paper. The one about the secret rich beggar hanging around the block. Sure you can give me another interesting tips. I helped you more than once actually. What, really? Now it's mine to come out. Which are you talking about? You had information about the boss guy, the one who was always playing this always with him. Oh yeah, that guy. Yes, poor guy. Thinking about you grabbing passing during an investigation is, I don't know. It's hard. Took it quite well to be honest. That's hard, but at least you gave him closure. You never complained that you used his story for the paper. I got it filmed before giving it to the editors. And at least it's become what it since the article was published. More income for someone in his line of work. Yeah, the rose has become some kind of prop for him now. Anyway, back to the topic. Any hot tips? Okay. Have you heard about this one girl? Oh, tell me. This girl's been coming to a coffee shop in the area more than before. Pretty weird, I don't know what her deal is, but she has bright green. Oh, come on. Feel about something real. You think you're not real? I love Georgie. Wow, that went deep fast. Better than my career going down. Hey, what's with the sudden mood? Yeah, cheer up, girl. Sorry, I'm having mood swings because of the pressure. You'll do just fine. I mean, you're great with your short stories. Anyway, why this coffee shop? Because I spent a lot of my time here, I guess. And then I just discovered I visited the coffee shop yesterday. What about them? They're going through a pretty hard time together, you know? Different race and different culture, families don't approve. When I heard their story, kind of felt their pain. What's happening to them happens to a lot of people. Been told in fictional form countless times before. But it's always an interesting topic to discuss. Are they regulars here? Nope. The girl visited this place before, if I'm not mistaken. She was with her coworker, client. Friends sober up, I guess. You give people coffee to sober up? Well, of course not. Someone request coffee, but I recommend against it. Giving them tea, hot chocolate, or just plain water. That's nice of you. I hope they don't get pissed about the wrong order. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Good for you. Anyway, look at the time. It's time for my shift. Oh yeah, go on and do your job, old man. Don't forget to share anything interesting you hear with me. Let's not make this a habit. Can't promise you that. Okay then, see you later everyone. Take care, Officer Georgie. Later! I think I need to go back to my writing. No offense, but I need to concentrate like crazy. Don't move to my usual corner. Good luck with the writing. And don't forget to keep yourself hydrated. Here, take this glass of water. Oh, you're just the best, Alex. You're welcome. After the world of imagination I go. Go on. That should do for the experiment. Ah, someone is coming. Oh, welcome, Mr. Gala. Hi, Alex. Can we sit here? Your thing, sir. This is the place you recommended. You don't like it? It's fine. I know it's not like the country you're used to in LA. But, Gala, it's fine. Sorry to interrupt. Do you want to order anything? Yes. What do you want to drink? You first. Okay. Anything with coffee and ginger, please. That's not that. Hold on. Coffee, ginger. Your order is ready, sir. Thank you. Hmm. How about you, sir? What would you like to order? Is it good? I like it. I'm sure it will be you like it or not. Okay. I will have whatever he's having. Ginger coffee. Here's your order. Good choice. How's the town treating you so far? Same old, same old. I was surprised seeing so many changes after just a few years though. Yeah, I think it's a lot in just 20 years. Even this coffee shop, I believe this was a bar back then. When did you open this coffee shop? You opened around 6 years ago, Mr. Hyde. My name is Hyde. From what I got, you're from LA, right? I used to live here decades ago though. What brings you back to Seattle? I'm here for work. I'll probably be here for a few weeks. He travels a lot. I see. You two have known each other a long time, I assume. You could say that. Yeah, I think we met not so long after you got married, right? It was around the 60s, I believe. Wow, that was a long time ago. Not for our kind. And if I'm not mistaken, the period between werewolves and vampires signed in 1865. So when you guys said you met in the 60s, were you talking about the 1860s? No, we met in 1960. Old by some racist standards, but not that old. Although it's still fair to say we haven't seen each other in a long time. I guess 20 years is a long time. It was the place, wasn't it, where we first met? Yeah, when it was a bar. They moved. Bankrupt. Such a pity. Uh-huh. Hmm. Uh, you have the bar closed down. What's with the smile if you don't mind? Nothing. But she's wondering, will history repeat itself? Certainly hope not. I've been coming to your place since the first week you opened. You've got something special here. It won't close down anytime soon. Thank you, Mr. Collar. Speaking of, it's been quite a while since you last visited. Busy at work? Kinda. With the news about the newfound virus going viral, but it's been extremely crowded. Is the virus that dangerous? No one is sure about that. But most people who came in are just, I don't want to use this word, but they're just paranoid. You're still doing the same job in the same hospital. What was it called? Admission officer. Yes, I'm still a hospital admission officer there. They should have given you a promotion for your loyalty and long service. They have offered me a managerial position, but I declined. Fair doing this. Teach their own. Anyway, I was wondering, do they still sell legal blood at your hospital? They do. Although people don't need to visit the hospital directly anymore, they can just order through that blood marketplace app. Are you talking about blood last? Uh-huh. Does they get their supply from the hospital? They can't certify blood on their own. Unless the Ministry of Health can do that, they're just middlemen with a lot of sales promos. You use it often. Not really, I'm trying a new vegan lifestyle, remember? But I don't know the founder of that. Oh yeah, how's your vegan diet going? Not easy, but nothing I can't conquer. To me for asking, by conveying, do you mean you don't drink blood anymore? Not real blood, synthetic blood. Synthetic blood? It'd be too complicated to explain, but some sites are working to make some kind of blood that can establish my kind without relying on real blood. Considering real blood has some cultural and health concerns. Does it taste the same? More or less, yeah. Isn't it expensive? It is. I can afford it though. But again, they're still working on it. Be more affordable for everyone. Would some blood taste good if mixed with other ingredients? Why? You want to start selling blood-based drinks? You might attract new customers and turn off others. Fair point. Only I don't know if mixed it will taste good. Most of them prefer drinking raw blood. Some do try experimenting with it, other things, mostly both. I know some mix it with not so legal some. You know a lot. I work in a hospital, remember? Hey, time about my vegan life to remind me to ask you something. About what? Your monthly fury. Found a less painful method to restrain yourself? Not yet. I do know that it's a drink. Kind of drink. A certain combination of ginger and caffeine. Is that why you ordered coffee with ginger? Yes, I'm exploring the possibilities. But it wasn't the one. There's too much caffeine in coffee for it to be the remedy. Why don't you use the furious sedative available on the market? I don't trust them. Besides, that sedative is to, each of us women that we need to find. And sometimes the effectiveness can change as we grow older. Will this drink be? Enough to calm me down, and that's all I need, to be honest. At least you calm me when it's only a drink. I heard somebody what we need to do. Kinky have to soothe themselves during their fury. What kind of kinky? Like BDSM? That only happens in porn. Wait, what? It's famous among other kind. And if you like watching that kind of thing, Hey, a friend told me about it. Well, he was pulling your leg. Damn. I mean, having sex as a common is pretty common. You stick to vanilla stuff. Come to think of it. It would be doing bondage stuff during the fury. Exactly. So, continue with your story. How far along are you in finding real for the remedy? For all I know is it involves ginger and probably something lightly caffeinated, like tea. Maybe. You better write that down. We won't want him wreaking havoc in the coffee shop. We don't have any tea today, but the next time you're visiting, maybe I can try brewing the remedy for you. That would mean a lot. Give me for a moment. I'm sorry, I have to go now. There's an emergency at the hospital. I think I'll go back now as well. We can share a cab. Alright, thank you for the drink. I'll probably visit this coffee shop again before I go back. I will see you around. Thank you for coming. Get on your way home. Yeah. Hi. Brother, and if double-decker bus crashing into us, to die by your side is such a heavenly way to die, and if a 10-ton truck kills the both of us, to die by your side while the privilege is mine. Marcy's voice blasted from the old back of the car. Everyone in the car was singing along, and by everyone I was talking about me and her. Only two of us on an almost empty highway. Do you consider dying by my side to be a heavenly way to die? She asked. After the song finished, breaking the silence of the car. That depends, I answered. Depends on what? How would I? I'm sure having a massacre with slowly marrying us while we are holding hands won't be a pleasant experience. And what kind of demise would you consider heavenly way to die next to me? That's hard. I'm pretty sure I prefer something that's not too painful though. Those dying of old age together would be your heavenly way for us to die. Hey, hold on. We started officially dating yesterday. Don't plan too far out. What was that for? Meanie. Haha, what's you doing? Besides, I'd rather think about a heavenly way to live with you right now. Found an answer to that. Look at me and then close your eyes. But you do it. She closed her eyes. I leaned over, getting close to her face. Then for a moment that felt like 100 years, we kissed. The spirit was pointing to Honeycomb and the highway was almost empty. Almost. Hmm. Hey! You done with your rhyme for tonight? Kinda. Those two guys. I remember this video I saw online. I would prefer if you didn't start fantasizing. Video of a wolf playing with a baby tiger. It's nice to see friendships that grow in like this. Oh, that video. What? What video did you think I was talking about? You know. Oh, never mind. You. I was just joking. Please don't do jokes. You're really bad at it. Anyway, it was a pretty interesting and productive night. But now I need to get some sleep. Yes, please don't forget to get some rest. I'll see you again tomorrow, I assume. Oh, don't you worry. I'll be here tomorrow. Night, night. Be careful on your way back. Ah. Dark chocolate, a warm and calming darkness. First, 7/24, 2020. Remember, Super Spy's latest album sold 1 million copies. Stop workplace racial profiling. The Orchid Workers Union demand. Now part of curriculum at some private high schools. Ah. Welcome. Yo. A cup of honey milk, please. Right away. Tea. Green tea. Honey milk. Your honey milk is ready. Thank you. You're welcome. I don't like there's a cat. Oh my god, she got in with me. Relax, it's okay. Hey, kitty cat. What are you looking for? Want some milk? Hey, yo! Hey! She turned into a human. Yes, I love some milk. Holy! You look like you've seen a ghost. No, I mean... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. It's been a while since the last time I saw Nekomimi transforming. You really do that in public. I guess you don't have that many Nekomimi friends. I won't say I have. You folks use your feline form to commute. If I'm not mistaken. That's right. But commute as a cat sounds more practical. Then commute as a commute is in a bipedal. Kind of. Anyway, before we continue. Can I have my milk, please? I'm sorry. What kind of milk do you want? Just milk. No additional stuff or anything? No milk and nothing else. Milk. I use fresh milk for a lady with a pretty smile. Thank you. I hit on an underage girl. I was giving her a compliment. Thank you for the compliment. It's really good. You're welcome. It's milk! What's the young girl like you doing alone this late? I'm not a young girl. I'm a grown woman who can take care of herself. You don't look like a grown up. What? I'm 18. Yeah, that's what I call too young. Not no late like you for sure. Besides, I've been earning a living since I was 13 years old. So I'm definitely not a kid anymore. Oh, I'm sure you know. I don't. Oh my, are you? You say it. If this is something illegal or if you're in danger, think twice. Really? They give fish like me? Exactly. Seriously, you've never seen me on TV or social media? I don't want to sound like a snob, but I don't watch mainstream media. Oh, part of the broke but woke moment. I said you must be the broke part. Do you order any drinks? What? To broke for a cup of coffee? Haha. It's not that great for business now. Oh, really? I wonder, could this coffee shop survive without me? What are you waiting for, Grandma? Make your order. Some kind of made cafe experiment or something. So, what do you want to order? The usual. Bam, bam, bam. Is this espresso? Great coffee, right? Your espresso is ready. As good as usual. Glad you liked it. Wait a minute. You do look familiar. Are you in a pop group? Are you Rachel Florencia? Member of Super Smiles who just graduated and started her solo career? Uh-huh. You're not a lost cause after all, Grandma. That brings us back to my first question. What the hell are you doing here? drinking milk? I'm serious. But you can see it with your own eyes, right? I'm really here to drink milk. How come this coffee shop attracts so many weird people? Well, we do have a lot of unusual customers. This is the first time we've had a famous celebrity visit to drink milk. No less. Yay, achievement unlocked. Oh no, seriously, why are you here? Well, you know, these young folks probably had a fight with my father, and so here I am. Ah, I see. But this is okay for a subject like you. Be out alone this late. You don't need to worry about me. I can turn into a cat. No, I'm really worried. Hey, what happened? My dad. He got into an argument. He doesn't like my line of work. He also saw my profession as something negative. I love what I'm doing. What about your mother? Where's her fortune career choice? She passed away a few years ago. So I'm sorry to hear that. It's alright. You don't know anything about the entertainment industry. He used to work in showbiz decades ago, so yeah, he does know a thing or two. Georgie! Hey, it's Georgie! Good evening, Alice. Good evening, girls that we've never met before. I just saw you yesterday. Just kidding, Freya. Anyway, Alex. Yes, officer. I need something for my sore throat. Can you get the brother a cup of green tea with lemon and honey? Green tea, lemon, honey, brew. Can you get a brother? Drink is ready. Well, well, well. What do we have here? This is my special cough syrup. What do you call it? Cough syrup. Of course you do. Let's see whether this drink tastes as good as it smells. Damn, this is great. How's your day going? Anything out of the ordinary on your patrol? Yeah. Anything interesting today? Actually, I witnessed something scary on my shift today. Tell me, tell me. You sure you want to hear it? Yes. The scary thing I witnessed was my salary. Seriously? Yeah, today's payday, and I checked data during my shift. Such a horrible sight. Other than that, and the labor union proved that everything is fine though. How can you say it's fine? We got a youngster looking around by herself. Ain't that strong proof that this area is safe? Hey. Thank you for the drink and the place to sit. I'm going back now. Oh, thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed your time. Uh-huh. Who the hell was that? She just sat there and read. I mean, that's pretty normal in a coffee shop. I mean, you always do that here when you're writing. I guess you're right. Yeah, where Barbie? Oh yes. What are you doing here, young lady? It's pretty late, you know. I don't have anywhere else to go, and this place looks cozy. I see. So you really want to go to a bar, but you're underage, right? How did you know? You can read minds now, old man. I have a daughter around her age. This is generally what they say. Especially when you have to deal with them every day. I don't know why you're here, but everything's gonna be okay. Your problems while you're here. Dude, you're a cop. Not his job to take care of someone else's daughter. He's a cop. That is exactly his job. Relax, Freya. Don't be so uptight. Yeah. Mr. Blinn here made me feel much safer already. You know it yourself, Freya. It's very safe. Right, Officer Georgie? Of course, this is the safest place around here. Hey, that endorsement comes with this kind, right? What? Don't look at me that way. You're a cop, old man. Act like one. I deal with crimes and public safety. How should I know how to handle someone else's daughter? You should know. You are a father yourself. Oh, right. Guys, you know I can hear you, right? Really? See, Brett, she has a good hearing. That should help her protect herself. Anyway, Miss Rachel. Miss Rachel, what brings you here? As I've told the others, I had a fight with my dad. Why are you laughing? Me and my adult fight every day. Hey, why would you say that? Because it's true. I fought a lot with my kid. That's normal. In fact, whenever we finish arguing about something, we become closer as a family. Huh. Because when things have come down, I learn something about them and they learn something about me as well. As long as we don't leave things unresolved, an argument makes things better. But it happens so often. Tonight was just one among countless others. It wasn't like this before it happened. You mean before your solo career? No, before Mom passed away. But after each fight? Nothing. We just don't talk about it until another fight starts. Unresolved problems are dangerous. It ain't easy, but you gotta understand each other better. And as much as I hate to admit it, conflict is always the best way to know it's someone, even your own blood. But it was never this bad when Mom was around. She's the only one who understood me, and she also understood your father. Maybe he and your mom also had arguments, but your mom acted as a mediator between the two of you. That's possible. Now that Mom's gone, I don't have anyone to act as my guardian. And your dad, he lost his best negotiator. Wait a second. You said this has happened a lot. You run this time. My dad never ran away. Wait. I'm the one who always ran away. This is my job at 6. I can confirm that. Yeah, I run here a lot, but yeah, I hate to tell you again. You both gotta resolve your issues. Unresolved problems are dangerous. In any relationship. I can't understand what you're going through, Rachel. I also ran away when I was younger. Are you on good terms with your parents now? I am. And then how did it happen? To be honest, I'm not even sure myself. It just happened. Maybe I should run even further. I mean, I have my own income. I don't need to rely on my dad. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. Why? I'm an adult. No adult would ever say I'm an adult. Just give yourself time to think, Miss Rachel. And try to understand your first perspective. I'm sure both of you will be able to solve this. Like adults. You don't need to rush the decision. I'm not sure about that. Just take your time. But now I would recommend you just go home. It's really late. I need to go home as well. I can give you a ride. But you don't need to talk to your father right away. Just go straight to your room. When you're safe at home, we'll give him some peace. That will allow him to think more clearly about everything. You're right. You really are a cop, Georgie. Of course I am. Where do you live, Miss Rachel? In the western part of Nekotown. Oh, that's quite far. You're still going to drive me home, right? Old man? Of course I will. Should I drive you home too, Miss Freya? No, you don't have to. I'm riding my bike. Are you sure? 100% sure. Okay, well, thank you, Alex and Freya. Take care on your way home. Stay around, Alex. This is just a relaxing game. This is just fun. And there they went. Yes, you cannot stay longer if you want. Nah, it's fine. I also have to call it a day. How's it running, by the way? It's getting there. That's nice to hear. I'm doing a lot of work though. Barely made my deadlines. I don't know if I can keep this up. Why don't you just come clean? Tell your boss about the publishing of it. Who knows, maybe she will understand. Yeah, right. Great job, Freya. Here, take some money. Go take a vacation and finish your novel. In your dreams. I'm not actually an employee of the month. You never know. No, I might end up on the shopping block. Oh, the pressure. I'm sure about one thing though. The coffee shop has a lot of stories to tell. So yeah, I'll probably be back tomorrow. The door's always open for you. I bet it is. Okay then, take care. Be careful on your way home. Hey. Web group street organic over the pool. What do you need to hide? Evening. Are you by yourself tonight, sir? Carla is coming. After his shift. It's pretty empty here. You're our first customer, huh? Is there something wrong? Nothing. It seems to be strange that you say our. But there's only you here. Oh. This is me, but when I'm working, I always put myself as the barista in the coffee shop. I see. Anyway, I need to order something. What do you want to drink tonight? Do you have any blood? Sorry, but we don't. Come on, did you think I was serious? Oh. Nah, give me a ginger green tea. Make sure it's very warm and bitter. Green tea. Ginger. Ginger. The drink is ready. Let's see. Good. Glad you liked it. By the way, if you don't mind my ask away. Since you're here for work? Yes. For a couple of weeks. You're not in the military like Mr. Hakal, are you? Hell no. I could never imagine myself doing something so... what's the word? Something as honorable as that. Then are you dealing with something I shouldn't ask about? I'm not a criminal. In case that's what you had in mind. I mean, it's not an evil job per se, but definitely not as honorable as working in a hospital. Then what is it? Yes. You travel a lot, more or less. You prefer a startup founder, so I assume you either have your own startup or you work in some kind of investment agency. I used to, but not anymore. As a founder is just a friend. Then what do you do? I haven't had many careers in my life. They got boring after a while. So right now I'm a model. I didn't expect that, but you have the looks and the figure. I guess it makes sense. You want to know a secret? Sure. Those ads for anti-aging skincare products? No way. Vampire models. We are naturally good looking. Skin paler than an elf's. We don't have those annoying pointy ears. Because basically a bunch of good looking living mannequins. How about you advertise anti-aging brand then with people who naturally don't age? Then that false advertising? Don't be naive. Truth is a matter of circumstance and perspective. Everyone is just framing the truth. And I'm full of it that way. How long have you been modeling? Oh, not long. Not much more than 30 years. Wow. How old is this guy? Good evening. Can you please be a little quieter? There's another customer here. Act like a civilized person if you can. Oh, come on. I'm just trying to make the space a little lively. You don't mind, right, sir? No, I don't mind. I'm pretty sure I saw you the last time I was here. You bet. Could say I'm a regular here. Hence the attitude. Hey. You look very happy. Any special occasion? Nah, nothing. This is my default state. She only has two states. Either extreme excitement or super stressed. Stop putting me in a bad light. Anyway, what were you talking about? We talked about Mr. Hyde's profession. And what is he preferring to, sir? I'm a model. And he's been doing it for 30 years. Holy shit, 30 years of modeling? That's a long time. Not for me. My current license in the clothing brand I work with. It's the guy I work with when I started modeling. Usually I work until it's the grandchild. That's really cool. I'm Freya, by the way. Nice to meet you, Freya. How's the writing so far? It's okay, but I'm stuck and in need of a warm drink. So brew me something, please. Coffee? Nah. Need to take it slow tonight. Make something warm and sweet without coffee. Warm and sweet. When isn't? Oh. Brew. Honey tea. I want a sweet drink ready. Nice. A perfect drink to end the day. Glad you liked it. So, you're a writer. Yeah, I work for the Evening Whispers. But I'm also working on my own novel right now. Sounds interesting. What kind of novel are you writing? It's complicated. You should wait until she finishes it. Yeah, no spoilers. That's if she ever managed to finish it. Yeah, that too. What's the genre? Slice of life. So no fantasy or sci-fi? I'm still not sure. Probably it's the normal slice of life. You will have tough competition. You're not wrong. I'll put some surreal element in there. Maybe I'll set it in a world where only humans exist. Sounds a bit racist. That's the twist. This isn't about race supremacy. I am even in a world where only one race exists will still appear anyway. Discrimination will still happen. How can they be raised without different language, nationality, ideology, or even skin color? When everything is the same, the small savings will stand out. But it's diversity that can teach us to look past the differences. The bottom line is, we will always find a way to hate others. I assure you of that. That doesn't really sound all that funny. Eh, it's fantasy. That's what fiction's for, anyway. Painting what ifs. Yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. I'll buy your book when it comes out. I'll fly back here to have it signed. Ah, thank you. Lua! Hi everyone. Good evening, Miss Lua. Hi there. How's it going? Great, thanks. Lua, please meet Hyde. Nice to meet you, Mr. Hyde. And Hyde, please meet Lua. Hi. Are you by yourself? Yeah, I just finished the meeting. I didn't escape from my coworkers, so I decided to come here instead. Is Bailey's coming? Oh, he's not. He's a freelancer, remember. He's free to do whatever he wants. Is everything okay? To be honest, we haven't talked much since the other day. Oh. We should fix that with a warm drink then. Good idea, thanks. I'm in the mood for a green tea latte. Is there a problem? No, it's nothing, sorry. Can I come? Okay, wait. How do you do a latte? I'm gonna use check how you do a regular latte. Okay, so basically the same way as you make. Wait, was it the green tea latte? Green tea latte! I know what I'm doing. The green tea latte is ready, thank you. I don't know why. But I was so longing for a green tea latte, like this drink feels really heartwarming. Call me pretentious, but I think drinks have the power to connect people's hearts. Let's burn deep for a cup of tea. By the way, about Bayless, has he visited this place again after our last meeting? Not that I know of. He hasn't. Oh. I should apologize for the commotion we caused. Please don't worry about that. Who is this Bayless person you keep mentioning? Bayless is... Or was I don't know. A boyfriend. We had a little fight a few days ago. About what?
Is it okay for him to just ask her like that? You tell me. The owner of this place.
It's an old problem. I'm a succubus and he's an elf. The usual racial problems then.
This old man.
What? I'm just following up on the questions you started. It's alright. Faith and I have different views on the importance of family. My family is pretty close and usually supportive, but when it comes to dating an elf, they fear that I'll be treated like a base. On the other hand, even from a well-respected elven family, they can be cagey at times, I get it. And for whatever reason, he took his family for granted. It's not surprising that his family will disagree with the relationship. You don't sound like most succubi I know. How's your boyfriend dealing with this? He said we should just keep going, just the same as we have been for the last 10 years. We've been together for 10 years, as a couple. Saying that both of you should just go on as usual. I mean, you're really in it for the past 10 years. That was without familial approval, right? Well, yes, but I want her really to move forward. I want a family. Did he disagree with the idea of marrying you? No, quite the opposite. He wanted to marry me. What's the problem then? It's not that simple. His family will disown him. Yes. He wants to marry you even if he has to leave his family. Yes. Problem solved then. Why do you have to care as much about what his or your family think? Just marry him and make a family of your own. It's not that simple. I don't know what to be held responsible. I feel regrets his decision one day. Abandoning one's family is not a solution. What if me is a mistake? What if he regrets leaving his family? I can't let him make that sacrifice. Yeah. Did you think that about the risk when you started dating him? Yes, no, maybe a little bit. You didn't think it would get this far. Huh? From what I can see, you're the problem here. You're pretty greedy for wanting it all. Hmm? Family approval, if you're asking for racial reconciliation, might as well ask for world peace. Well man, stop talking, Lua, if I may ask. Do you want to marry Bailey? I love him, of course I do. Even so, I can't let him leave his family for me. It would be selfish, because I can't do the same for him. I love my family so much, no matter how messy they are. Well, that's difficult, so you're forcing your boyfriend to have the same life as you have. That blood is thicker than water mentality won't work here. Not every family is worth fighting for, you know. Amar. Not his. Have you ever met Bailey's family? No, they always react the idea. Did he try to introduce you to them? He did. You can't have it all, lady. This is not a fairy tale. This is not a story where some fairy grandmother will suddenly appear and grant you wishes. This is how things go in real life. You should have to take chances and make sacrifices, and you choose which one is the best for you. Pretty simple. I'm sorry, I have to leave. I hate to be the girl who always runs away, but thank you for this advice. Take care on your way, Miss Lua. I will. Bye. He's not wrong though. Like, you can't like expect anyone to. Yeah, I feel like he has the most experience. Understand? Like, yeah, sometimes, but you can't follow like. Here's the thing, like when it comes to anything in general, to be honest, but like you can't always get what you want. You have to compromise. Sometimes I get it's hard, but that's what you have to do sometimes, like compromise and understand that, yeah, sometimes it's gonna be, sometimes it's just gonna be a bad day. Sometimes it's not gonna go your way. You have to accept that. Like, some stuff is not gonna go your way. You were super harsh, old man. Eh. But you agree with me, don't you? Well, you didn't have to say it so harshly, you know. What are you doing here by yourself anyway? Pick a fight with everyone? Waiting for a friend. And here he is. Oh, there he is. Good evening, everyone. Hey, Gala. How are you doing, Freya? I'm fine. But your friend here is one hell of a troublemaker. What do you do this time, Hyde? Stated facts. Harshly. To someone that needed it. But not the way you said it. Let me order a drink first. Can you tell me about what happened? What are you having this evening, sir? You remember my fear remedy I mentioned a couple of days ago? With ginger and caffeine? Yes. Can you help me try to figure out what it is? Sure. Should I try mix it with the ginger with tea? Yes. Tea, gin, and I'm still not sure what the last one might be. You will know what it when you get it right. Tea, ginger, honey. Lemon. Let's try this. I'm not sure there's another room I would need. Let me try bringing another one. It's okay. I'm in the story anyway. So tell me what happened. It's a better story than me. Alright, so there's this girl. And that's about it. Hi. Oh hi. You never change, do you? Oh, both of you are going to yell at me for being honest now. Dude, honesty is good and all. But, you know, try to not be a dick. Isn't there, Hyde? It's got a good point. Not you two. I was a bit surprised though. Usually you don't bother with this kind of thing. Everything you actually about, huh? You do know me. We've been friends for years. Yeah, of course. I don't know why I got involved in that discussion. I get the vibe in this place has slipped into me. I understand. This place does have that special magic. Actually, a good magic. From the reaction I received today. You may be right, but there are better ways to say what you have in mind. Anyway, I've got to go. Too soon. It's past midnight. I need to get some sleep. Take care on your way, Freya. Sleep tight. See you guys. Yeah, I was just bored. There's a way to make you come out. Seriously? Different flavors enough. With your daily dose of interaction. Something indeed. Something about being my friend for years. Why? Do you ever wonder what it would be like if we hadn't met? What do you mean? Forget it. It's late, I need to get back. Huh. Alright, thanks for the evening. It was mine. Bye. What was that? You know him better than I do, Miss Kala. Yeah, final drink to end of the day? Huh. Sure. I keep feeling booze dominated by... This is actually a so good game. I enjoy this game. Oh. Oh, fuck. This is good. This is relaxing. Encounters plead for land for to send help instead of trash. We worship the watchmen in Seattle. Cats are the best creatures on earth. Free church is proven. Yes. Oh. Welcome. Hello there. Good evening. Good evening. The usual earthling linguistic problem. You will never get used to it. It is okay if I call you sir. Definitely. You can call us whatever you like. We do not mind a bit. Do you want to order anything, sir? Oh yes, we have to communicate our order. Please pardon us. What do you recommend? We will not be able to taste the difference anyway. It is alright, forget it. What is the most expensive drink here? In the same price in this coffee shop. Really? This is unlike other places we have visited so far. I just don't know what to order then. Okay, we would like to order anything. Anything. Okay, so... Wait. This is gonna be the weirdest combination anyway. Your drink is ready, sir. Hope it's your liking. Oh, don't worry, it will not matter to us. Okay, let us drink this. Yes. Oh, nothing. Okay. Excuse me, sir. Yes. Why do you put your finger in the drink? That's a very strange question. We are drinking it, of course. Drinking it? Yes, drinking it. Oh, yes, of course. We almost forgot. Everyone used to speak an organ to drink. We use our appendages to drink. Usually a polyglothlin drinking apparatus provided for us to use. Pardon? It is what you call plastic in the shape of a long tubular stick. You mean a straw? Yes, we wonder why everyone rely on it so much. Also, you can drink without it. Yet the plastic apparatus provided on holding occasion we encounter, and it has become one of the biggest single-use pollutants on the planet. Anyway, how do you drink with a straw? The same as we used did, but thanks to the plastic apparatus, we do not need to put our you call drink. It is very convenient. Whereas convenience takes higher priority in every decision-making process. I see. I guess people won't suspect a thing if you put your hands on a straw. Affirmative. By the way, you said you used to ride. Where do you come from, sir? Or it would be too complicated to tell you all the details, but we can tell you one thing. We have a mission here. Mission? Yes. What kind of mission? Find what the Urbans call a female. And then breed. So you came from a faraway place to find a date. Date. Homie does not have anything to do with your understanding of time. No, I'm not talking about the kind of date. Oh, pardon us. No, our mission also does not have anything to do with fruit. I wasn't talking about the kind of date I... Oh, pardon us again. Your language is taking some time. Don't worry about it. We all try with our own languages. Our friends really need to work on their communication. There are so many ways to make communication more direct and simple. Of all the places we have been to, this place has the worst communication methods. Can't argue with that. So how's the mission so far? Not good. We're using this unique communication application. According to our data, it's the biggest source of breeding interaction on Earth. Although the success rate of the breeding is not as high as interaction. Huh. I never heard about it. Wait. Are you talking about the dating app? It's used a fire symbol as their sign. You are talking about the dating app. But again, we found some contradiction in the application. What do you mean? According to our understanding of the application, it requires the person that interacts with it to swipe left or right. If you swipe left, it means you do not want to breed. If you swipe right, it means you do want to breed. And when two interacts swipe right between each other, they can commence the introduction to the breeding process. Think of well assume. Most of them try communicating with very big letters on the communication platform, and they say some words that cannot be considered proper. I don't know what to say about that. They said most of them. Some of them actually did not get mad. Oh, some of them are laughing with that. Did you get to meet them? We set up meetings. Many of them did not appear. But some did. Yes, but we got confused with the way they communicate. No outcome from the meetings, even though we decided to go to various recommended places according to our database. And this coffee shop to be one of the recommended places. Yes, interesting. Then you're here to meet someone. Yes, but she should have arrived some time ago. Maybe each of them also has different visions of time. You're right about that. Good evening, miss. Evening. Would you like to order something? Cafe latte, please. Cafe latte. Cafe latte is the one with 2 milk, right? Brew. Your order's ready, miss. Thank you. How is it? Good. Glad you like it. Are you here to read again, miss? Yeah, you know the drill. Please enjoy your time. Can I help you with something? Oh, nothing. Pardon us. Okay. Um, excuse me. Yes. Are you waiting for someone? Not this again. I'm not waiting for anyone. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure I'm not waiting for anyone. Please be away for someone from this app. An orc just like you. Look here. Heard I'm not the only female orc on Earth. Heck, I'm not even a pure orc. What is your name? Urikai 69. Oh my god. Is this guy's hand? Please pardon me, miss. Think that from around here. Oh, you have not answered our question. Are you? No. My name is Myrtle, and I never use Urikai anyway. Oh, really not her. Of course I'm not. Seriously, man, notice. If you're that desperate to find a date, ask your friends. Or go to a club or something. But we don't have any friends on Earth. Hey, when you said he's not from around here, I was saying he's not from Earth. Well, from what I've gathered up to now, and not from this planet. Man. Pardon not for interrupting, but when you said club, which activities are you talking about? According to the search result, I used too many clubs on Earth. Some of them look pretty interesting, like this club about space exploration. They call them Trek It. Look at everything I said. What time were you supposed to meet this female work? About an hour ago according to the local time. She's bailing on you, man. What does that mean? It means big chance she's not coming. I'll be the one to break it to you. She's probably right, sir. Have you tried to have you tried? We have. You read according to the application. Did she reply? No. Ouch. If she didn't reply, I'm 100% sure she bailed. Coming. I believe Miss Murray here is right. That was. We are a pretty objective people, but some of Earth's vagueness has taught us a new kind of feeling. This has happened before. Many times. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. It might be a sign you need to change your strategy. Everything your strategy is to breed. The most complicated, in fact. You can never cease to amaze us. If that's the case, then we do not need to be here anymore. You can say if you like. Oh, it's okay. We need to report back immediately. But we will visit this place again in the future. You have a very nice place, owner. Please, just call me Alex. Thank you for your time, Alex. And thank you for your input also, Miss Myrtle. We will definitely study the breeding surges of Earth. Sure. Called norm, by the way, the breeding norm. You can also use strategy as the keyword. We will keep that in mind. Then we have to take care of the new way. Well, no Freya here today. Oh, she is coming in now. Oh boy, who the hell was that? Oh, hi there, Freya. What is an astronaut doing in this coffee shop? Drinking and waiting for a friend, apparently. What kind of friend? Like the dog? A date from a dating app? I should have been here. What does their date look like? They didn't show up. Ouch. Poor astronaut. They removed the astronaut before going. I mean, showing off your job is pretty common, but it doesn't have to be that little, you know. I think they're an astronaut, not in the user sense. What do you mean? They might be an alien. Alien? Like English New York alien or alien? Alien. Outer space? Probably. Or other dimension. I don't know. Wow. Like, super wow. I mean, I know you get a lot of different visitors, but wow. Life is not boring here. That's why I'm writing about it. Oh yeah, how's it going so far? The writing? Yes, the writing. With capital T and W. Doing pretty well actually. Nice. May I say it? No. What do you mean? Can I say the draft you've written so far? No. Sit down. Why? It's not good enough. Hey, be more confident in your work. Know you're a good writer. Besides, if you're not that confident with it, we can share some feedback. You're right. I actually prepared a printout of the draft. You plan to show it all along? I wasn't sure about it. The very presentable draft anyway. Come on, I know the drill. Pretty familiar with your stuff. Alright, let me get it out of my bag. Be honest with your feedback. I will. Now, will you hand it over? It's okay, Freya. Here it is. Thank you. Now, let's see. How was it? How was it? Let me read at my own pace, okay? Alright, is it that bad? The main character. Oh my. The character that you written. I don't think the character suits my personality. That's because you're not the inspiration. Too bad. You have a prime example standing in front of you every day. And you're like the most mysterious person I've ever met. Wait, I think someone's coming. Hey, the giraffe. I'm not done yet. Welcome. Would you like to drink or take away, miss? Here, please. What would you like? Or maybe you like to sit down first before deciding. I'll order right away. No need to hurry. Take your time. It's okay for some a bit complicated. You can order whatever you like, as long as we have the ingredient. If that's the case, do you know masala chai? The tea with spices? Yes. Order masala chai then, please. Tea, spices. Oh, do I have that as a recipe? I don't. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, wait. What is ginger spice? TT. But that would be the ginger tea though. Wait, what if it's tea, ginger, cinnamon? That's 3 different spices. I figured it out. Yep. I believe this is the drink you were talking about. From the look of it, I think so. Let's give it a taste. This is bad, mate. Oh no, it's really good. It's brought back some memories. I hope they get good ones. Oh, they certainly are. They certainly are. Where? The main character. The character feels very you. You bet? There's no me. So not right away. Is that okay? Sure, why not? It sounds so narcissistic. Don't worry about it. No one knows it unless they know me personally. The main character thinks like me. Makes it easy to write. If you say so. Sorry. Did you say something? Yes, sorry for interrupting. Are you a fiction writer? Yes, I am. That sounds so cool. Well, yeah, but I'm only write small-scale fiction. So for the newspaper, or non-fiction about people in this town. Writing a novel right now, you know. In fact, I was just reading the draft for it. Hey, wow, how many books have you written? This would be my third book if I finished it. I wanted to be a fiction writer, but conjuring words is hard. I'm a writer. Even I can't use complex words like conjure, like you just did. We have said that my vocabulary is uncommon. What do you do? What's your name again? Pardon me, my name is Aqua. And the person here is Alex. Greetings, Miss Aqua. Nice to meet you. So yeah, what do you do? I'm a researcher at the university. I also make games in my free time. Hey, that's even cooler than my job, you know. Thanks. You come up with research papers needs a lot of writing skills, right? Indeed, but it's descriptive writing, not narrative writing. What fields are you researching, by the way? I focus on computer graphics. Whoa, it was a lot of calculation and boring stuff. Doing this media world cover, I guess. When they attract many readers. Oh my, I forgot you're a journalist. I didn't mean to offend you. Haha, come on, you don't have to worry so much about everything. Alright, excuse me for interrupting. Yes? That you're researching computer graphics, right? That's right. Did you write a paper on the latest fluid rendering technique for 3D environments? I believe one of the contributors is also named Aqua. Oh my, yes, that's me. Did you read it? I did. It was pretty important for the project we are working on. Yeah, that's what kind of project that is. Video game is called Full Metal Conflict. Are you kidding me? You work on FMC? Oops. I'm sorry, I got a bit checked out all of a sudden. Don't be. Nice when you meet someone who likes the thing you worked on. I love that series so much. My name is Aqua, by the way, but you already know that. My name is Myrtle. What do you do in the project? I'm one of the technical artists. Ah, no wonder. Yeah, I don't want to be introduced any further, but could I ask you for being card or something? Me and have something we want to discuss. We submitted requests for your form, but we haven't received any replies. Oh yes, that happens a lot. The phone sends the request to another department. Takes them a bit to respond. Perhaps for that. Or should I expect that? I don't have my card with me right now, but we can swap email addresses if you want. Sure. Here's my email. Yep, got it. The full metal comics that you two are talking about. Is it the same series that's getting a movie up soon? Yeah, that one. To be honest, I hate the idea of turning the game into a movie. Nonetheless, Hollywood. They have the body for the flashy visuals, but I doubt they will do the series justice. That's a big issue. Actually, like, movies turning into, or game turning into movies. Like, reverse, like making a movie into a game works often good, or decently at least, and it's okay and often works. But when it comes to reverse, like making a game into a movie, you have so much you need to focus on. Like, it's weird. Why? Because some games tell their stories in a unique way, and sometimes can only be told through this medium. And if there is no exception to that. Interesting. Do you play video games? Well, not much. I usually play weird, obscure art games. A game you might see in an art gallery. Really? That's weird. Not the first to say I'm weird. It's not that. People that play arty games are games that got bored of the current state of video games. That's true. But I believe art games carry to a whole different market compared to mainstream are not gamers and they're more accessible to play, but are hard to perceive and understand them requires a whole different level of many things. Sorry I rambled on for too long, but at least that's what I think. Good point. Yeah, that was a really good perspective. I play those types of games things I hang out with. Yeah, you got a look of an artsy hipster, you know. Nail it. So you understand my point about the adoption, right? Kinda. Okay, I need to go back. I will email you first thing tomorrow about our question. Hey, what time is it? Oh my, I also need to go home. We can walk to the bus stop together if you want. Hope that doesn't bother you, Miss Myrtle. Miss Myrtle is fine. Of course it won't bother me at all. Shall we go now? Sure. Thank you so much, Alex. And you, Timezoneers. Good luck with the writing. You take care on your way, okay? Will do. See you around, folks. Just be careful on your way back. Yeah, but like, it's not only that. It's like, often when they do stuff, like if you take like making a movie into a game is like you have a story you already can follow. But when you try to make a movie from a game, you have the story, but you also have to make it more feasible for a bigger people than just the player. Like, so yes, that was a nice talk, but you haven't quit me for the draft yet, and I could see that you were really done now. Well, it's kind of good. Seriously, that's it. I'm not an editor. You just me to have a list of notes for you? Yes. Really? I'm sure that much is true, but I've been on regular for a while. I recognize the expressions you were making as you read it. A lot of comments, right? Admit it. Okay, you got me, but this one between I will be really honest about it. Cool. Well, the night is young. Bring it on. Okay, let's start at the beginning. No, let's start at the end! Yes, of course we start at the fucking beginning, you dumb cunt. They're both beautiful. I say. Do you want to order anything else? I'm good for now. We're again once I finish with it. Okay then. Did whatever that is. Save game. I think it's time to switch games. But this was actually nice. I'm not the biggest fan of visual novels. Like I'm not the biggest fan of it. But this is good. But it's like more like, I don't know. It's just good. I don't know why. But I will be back.